Good day, everybody. My name is the Sobri Boys Wale Fatsi from the Big R. We are doing the show that is called the Big R Solutions Sports Program. This is our personality slot. Today we are profiling Etienne Brooks. This is a young man has surprised everybody. And then we saw Bafana Bafana playing. And then here comes this Etienne Brooks. Everybody has been talking about this Etienne Brooks. He's a really shining star. I watched him the last game. He's a real talent. He's a real talent, and we are happy to see that. Etienne, welcome to the show, to the Big R Solutions.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you. All right, we really appreciate the fact that you agreed for us to interview. I'm having your media person from your team, which is TS Galaxy, Minentle Mkhize. Mr. Mkhize, maybe as a way of opener, what would you like to say, to welcome both of us and what have you? I don't know, maybe you want to say something.
Yes, we would like to take this opportunity and pass our gratitude to you guys for conveying this invite. It is an honor and a privilege to be part of your audience and to have a rising star like Ethan Brooks. The future looks bright for him. The sky is the limit. He's a very, very diligent young man. And we've seen what he has done at his age at international level and also locally. So obviously there is always a room for improvement, but this is a young man that has a bright future ahead of himself. So he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, Etienne. Firstly, I want to know who's Etienne, where was he born? How many are you at home? Are you still staying at home? Or what's happening? If you can, just give me that a bit of a background. Where do you stay basically, currently? Yeah.
Ethan Brooks is just a young man who is born and raised in the south of Johannesburg by both of his parents. I've got two sisters, both who are, I'm very grateful to have in my life. And like I said, I'm from Johannesburg, south of Johannesburg. Currently playing professional football for TS Galaxy and Bafana Bafana.
South of Johannesburg, where about? Because South could be Westbury, could be Eldos, could be Johannesburg, could be where south of Johannesburg?
In Mondio, pinpointed in Mondio.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, all right. No, that's fine. So now, Etienne, as you were growing up, were you playing football?
Yes, I was. There was quite a number of sports that I did play, but football is the main one.
All right. So which sports were you playing apart from soccer?
If I can remember correctly, it was cross country. I used to swim, rugby.
Most of you guys, this 2000, you are 2000, isn't it? They all play rugby. Yeah.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, and squash. So I was quite fortunate enough to play a number of sports.
Yeah. You're a sports person, basically.
Yes, I am.
All right. At home, there's anybody who loves sports?
Yes, the whole family is sports orientated.
Is it?
Yes, both my parents played football. And
both your parents?
Yes.
Now we missed your mom in Banyana Banyana. I get it.
Yeah, because of me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, they both played.
Yes, yes. So both played, and then my sister, well, the middle one, she's into netball, so she kind of plays netball now. And then the younger one, I'm not too sure as to what she wants to do now, but
Okay.
she's
All right. So your father
His
was
father
like
scored
me.
yesterday.
Yeah? What happened?
I'm just saying, his father scored yesterday. So we have a staff team here at Chess
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
So from time to time, we do organize game, and then
Yeah.
he came on as a sub, and
Yeah.
then scored one of the goals, and we won 3-2. So I can attest to what Ethan is saying.
Yeah. So I wanted to say your father, he was playing, but like amateur like me, you know. We didn't go
yes, yes.
we didn't go anywhere. We were just there, you know.
Yeah, you were very close to actually be, playing professional football, and then unfortunately he tore his ACL, so you would have,
I see.
yeah.
And you know, people like us who never played, hey, we are good at critics, man. Don't do that. Do this, do that.
Yeah, that's very true, yo.
As if it's easy, you know. Why are
Yeah,
you doing this, you know?
yeah, no, hey.
Do you find it tough when let's say after a game, does he give you those critics, armchair critics, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, for any football, and not just myself, I would say it's really hard, to get critics from anyone. But from both my parents, it's something that, I can take in and learn from it. Like Midfielder said, there's always room for improvement. So it's taking it in a way like that, I can see the game in that way, they saw it in this way, So it's really good to have people like them, just to give you feedback on the game as well.
Now tell me, were you a soccer fan when you were growing up? And which team were you supporting?
From a very young age.
Yeah.
Manchester United
Okay.
and Barcelona.
Oh, and
Manchester
Barcelona.
only because Ronaldo was there at the time.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
yeah.
now I've got the answer. Now I've got the answer. You know, I've got the answer where? Between Messi and Ronaldo. So I've got the answer.
No, I'm a Messi. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Messi.
Yeah.
Oh, we share something in common there. We share something in common there. All right. But locally, you never supported anyone?
Locally, it was Sundowns. Yes.
Oh, Sundowns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sundowns when I was like around about 15. Yeah.
Because I know this 2000 is Chiefs. People like us who were Pirates. Kabazel, what was your team before?
It was Amazul.
Oh, Usut. And that was good. That was good. Usut. During the time of Jabu Pagat, or do you know Jabu Pagat?
No,
I only started following Amazulu when Clive Barker was still a head coach there. They were called Zulu Royals at that time. Mlungisi Professor Ngubani, was one of the great players there. And then
you saw Mlungisi? You saw Professor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And you remember when they won the Coca-Cola Cup, beating Kaizer Chiefs 3-1 at FNB in 1992.
No, Professor was with Bushbacks. He was in Bushbacks.
Yes. And towards the end of his career, he also had a short stint with Amazulu.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought I'm old, man. Why I don't remember that one? I wonder why I don't remember that one. Okay, FPN. So you were idolizing Ronaldo or Messi. You say your man is Messi. Who do you really think look and watch and say, I would like to play like this one?
My ultimate favorite, I would say, is Xavi. I grew up watching him when he was at Barcelona, what Iniesta, but he really caught my eye. And, I've always just wanted to play in a similar way as him. So he was one of my main, players that I would like, look up to and watch when they were playing.
You know what I've noticed in your play? You are very workaholic, You move around. You remind me of Daniel Vest, very energetic, not afraid to go up front, not afraid to come back. Not really Xavi. Xavi was a little bit slow, but you seems to be quicker than Xavi. And then I'm happy that you say you're looking up to those guys. You know, I always talk to people and say, and I want to say this to you: if people can maintain the standard that has been kept by Messi and Ronaldo for 20 years with their standard, then I'll say, no, heads up.
Yeah.
Because Kabazela, they say these two gentlemen, they train with the team, they do extra training on their own. And where they stay, they have extra facility. And I remember one basketball player, very famous one in America, said, I don't envy to be Messi because this guy is living a very boring life. Take the kids at school, come back, he's at home doing the training, but he managed to sustain his career. Do you think you live like that?
I think I could. Like you said, I also got to watch famous football. I'm not a basketball player, LeBron James. And one of the things he said was, rest at the end and not in the middle. So it's kind of similar to what Messi does. But, it's also that lifestyle you choose, whether you want to, training, all of that. So it really benefits you if you don't or do,
Because you know why I'm saying this, Etienne? As much as we interview you, youngsters are looking up to you. We also want to mold you, we want you to be the great star, all right? I'm saying this deliberately because that is why these two guys, even today, and no one can shake their position because of the high standard that they've set for themselves. So I wish you do that, all right? And then I wish you dream football, you talk football, everything that you do, don't allow yourself to be distracted because there are so many things that can distract you along the way. And that's not what you don't want to see. There are a whole lot of players that we saw in our country showing a lot of talent, but they got distracted along the way. And Effie, I know what's going to happen in your life. I'm sure girls are rushing to you all the time. So be careful. Yeah. I'm not saying run away from girls. No. I'm saying be careful. the two statements are not the same. Run away from them and be careful. They're not the same. Because when you run away from them, you're not going to be normal. You see?
Yes.
But be careful. I don't know, Kabazela, whether have you heard this. I want you to get this, Etienne. Some guy overseas was showing how Messi take pictures with female fans. He doesn't touch them. I don't know if you noticed that, Kabazela. He doesn't touch them. So this guy was making a thorough. I said, look, this man doesn't touch the female. He will pose with them, but he doesn't touch them. And he went there and say he will touch only his wife. I said, that's strange.
Yes. I guess that goes to show the level of professionalism, and then also it has played a pivotal role in terms of his longevity, because it's not elementary to stay at the same level for a decade. So I think these two guys were very privileged to be living in their generation, because they are doing things that we've not seen in a while. I think you get one of those particular players once in a lifetime, like your Pele, Maradona, then now it's Ronaldo and also Messi. So it goes to show the level of their professionalism. You look at Ronaldo, the way he takes his body seriously, because he understands that consistency is a sign of a champion. So if you want to stay at the same level, it is not about your last game, but it is about doing that consistently, week in after week in. week in after week out, and then a month after month, and then years after years. So that's how that's what's define great players and good players. So I think we are truly players. Like you've just alluded that Ethan is one of those type of players that are workaholic in the field of play. I think that is going to help him in terms of obviously enhancing his game, and then helping him in terms of staying at that level for a long period of time. I think he has been very privileged of making his debut in elite football at a very early age.
Etienne, are you still at school now as we speak?
No, currently I'm not at school now. I'm planning on going back. Yeah.
Okay. And when are you planning going on back? Do you want to go full time in class, or are you going to do it online?
No, I'm doing it online. Part-time, yes.
Do it online. Okay. No, that's
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Because I wanted to know the pressure that you get at school in terms of the attention. And then
I mean, yes. Yeah, sorry. It's always gonna be there. I mean, I can even remember when I was in school, I was always, pushed by both parents, to study, do homework, all that. So, I mean, I will go back. Yes.
Now, tell me, in your area, the first time you played for Bafana Bafana, how was the reaction?
I think it took them a while to realize that, I stay in the area because I'm not the type of person who would, drive around and stuff. But yeah, like, if I had to go up the road here to a garage, some of the people would recognize me, be like, oh, there's, Ethan Brooks. And then I even got a friend in my area that sells newspapers that knows me pretty well. So we tend to like speak now and then when I get to the robots, so it just took them a while to realize that I'm from the south of Johannesburg.
And I should have called you in our studio so that I could take a selfie. One day when I see you, I say, no, I've got it. Here is he. Here is he. All right, Etienne. Now, how old are you now as we speak?
20 years of age.
20 years. Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what? This is great. Because, Kabazela, in South Africa, we say a player is a youngster at 28. He's a youngster. He's 28 by then. He's 29, we say he's a youngster, You remind me of Benny McCarthy. Benny McCarthy was hot at the age of 17, 20 was doing well,
Yes.
So I'm happy that you are at 20. Because overseas, those are youngsters, 20, 21, and then a year at home, 27, 28, 29. Says a youngster. I said, gee, what's happening here? So I'm happy for that. Now, you are still staying at home, and then your mom, do they reprimand you, or you start now golosa now when they reprimand you, or what's happening?
No, it's always going to be their house, I can't really disrespect their house. I've grown up here, so yes, if I am in trouble, if I have caused trouble or been naughty, then I do get reprimanded, even though I'm still 20. But at the end of the day, they're both my parents, and I have to respect them. So yeah.
Do you go to church? Are you a Christian, or are you a Christian or any other religion?
No, I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian. So do you go to church?
Yes. When I have time, I go, because most of the times we play on a Sunday. So when I have make time, I go.
Okay. When you enter, the reverend said, preaching said, then you entered and the reverend stopped a little bit to see that you are coming now. All right. Now, Etienne, in your area, I'm sure you were playing the dusty streets like everybody, or you started playing at the academies, because you guys were playing in the academies. Unlike us, we were playing the street. Where were you playing? At the academies or the street?
Yeah, academy. So I started playing in the local team here, Monday Meters in my area, and
Okay.
then I moved from there to Chavis Football Academy,
Mm-hmm.
which was run by Lyle Bennett,
Mm-hmm.
and from there I moved over to the West End in
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
and I played for Mama. So yeah,
Now, in the academy, what they taught you there, and when you come to a professional team like TS Galaxy, the training that we're getting at the academy is similar to what you are getting at the professional side, or it's different?
in a way it's different. And for me, when I was at Chavis Football Academy, when I was a coach Lyle, he had training sessions where we, play games that were more football, possession based. And when I took that step to into the first division, it was more or less the same. It was something that I've already done. So if I had not gone through that, I wouldn't have, experienced what I'm experiencing now. But it's all again to improvement, improving this. That. There's always room for learning and growth. So
Do you do extra work on your
yes,
own?
I do. Like I said, when I make plan, and make time for stuff, I do. I've even asked a team here in the area if I can get the fields.
Okay. And then the youngster in your area, I'm sure they come all the time, ask some tips. Do you tip them, or they want to play? Remember, they want to show that they can dribble you too. Say, now dribble Etienne, do they do that?
They mainly do it over, Instagram. So they would come and ask, can I get few here and there? So I'd give them some. But the thing I tell them to do is keep working, stay focused. With those things, you can learn and go so far.
Now, you are an attacking midfielder, isn't it? Am I right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
that's the only position that you're comfortable with, or you can be a defender, or you can go, you can be a defender, or do you prefer attacking midfield only?
I mean, attacking the midfielder can also be a defender, So yeah,
So
but
you,
yeah, I prefer attacking. But if it come to me defending or being put in that position, I will play there. Yeah.
Okay. Now, since you say you are looking overseas, you see those guys, and then you like the way they play. Do you watch them all the time? And when you have
Yes,
time and just learn?
yeah. No, fortunate that there's YouTube as well, so you can just search the player's name, learn a few things in there from watching, and when there's games on, DSTV, I get a chance to watch and learn, not just watching for the sake of watching. So learning from what they're doing on that field.
Let me ask this, Etienne. Are you a kind of player that after you have played, do you sit down and review your games, watch your entire game, and start pointing out that, yeah, I didn't do well? Do you do that?
Yes, I do. I even go to the end where I have a little book where I write passes forward, sideways, and I leave it here at home. And if the game is televised, I ask my father to, write down how many passes you did there, forward, sideways, how many So I just like write a few things that I'd like to, do within the game. And, me being my biggest critic, I will watch after the game and be like, oh, no, you should have done this, should have done that.
I would always ask myself whether players do that, because I got that from Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong said after the game, when they are flying back, he's watching the entire game and check his. I said, very few people do this. Remember, we are the big R. One of those R words, it's a review. You reflect and review. So it's very important. I don't know. you know, me, anything that I do, I always reflect and view and review and check where I've done the mistake, where can I improve. As much as I've done this interview, I'll always look at it and watch it and then say, I need to improve there, there and there. So I believe that's what people should do. Others are saying, you know, if you relive the game, it will depresses you, especially if you have done bad. I don't know, is that the case to you?
Sometimes it is.
Mm,
No, not they. I get to play my best football, and that's something, you know, we all have to go through, and it's a learning curve.
mm,
I mean, if you watch that game again, you aren't going to see where you know need to improve. So
mm,
although it wasn't a bad a good game, you know, you can always improve from there.
mm. Tell me, who discovered you to come and play for TS Galaxy? TS Galaxy is your first professional team, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who discovered you?
So when I moved to Panorama, TS Galaxy was, you know, training at the facilities as well. And then Coach Dan Malisela was a coach at the time. And I had an opportunity to go have a trial. And he was like, okay, we happy with what we saw. And then I just got told that they would like to sign you that year. And my mother's like, hey, you have to finish your school first and then you can go. Yeah, okay, no, I can do that. And in the following, I went and signed the pro contract.
Okay. Now, in your career so far, there are those coaches that you prefer. I don't want you to comment about the current coach, because if you say I don't like you, say this boy, I'm gonna put him outside. There are there any coaches whom you feel that had an impact in your life?
Yes,
you know why?
sure.
You know why I'm asking this question? Remember Lionel Messi and Pep Guardiola.
Yes.
You know, Messi would always say, "This is the man." Pep would always say, you know, I wanted to make this guy a great player. He made me a great coach. So I want to know, in you two, in your life, there's any coach whom you think has had a very huge impact in your life?
One is Lyle Bennett. You know,
Who?
I had an opportunity. Lyle Bennett, that was
Okay.
at Chavez Football Academy.
Yeah.
So he really has, you know, started that foundation for me. You know, I had the opportunity to work for him. I could work with him for quite a number of years. So he really has a special place in my heart. And then Coach Sean Bartlett also, when I was with him, just the way he would conduct himself as, you know, being a coach, wanting to do this. So that also just, you know, helped me as a player evolve, you know, improve on certain things. So yeah, those two. Yeah.
Moreover, Sean Bartlett has played in England, and you know he was a good striker. You know that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Have you seen his videos?
Yeah, no, luckily YouTube, because I was, you know, too young to actually see the games and stuff.
Yeah. He was a deadly striker. But like I say, you remind me of Daniel Alves. And then I wish you can be at that stage, at that level. You know, Danny is one of my favorite player. Very lovely, happy person. I hope you're also happy, you know.
I'm always,
yeah,
right.
you're always happy. So your teammates, they love your presence, you know.
I mean, some people even complain I smile too much. That's how happy I am.
Yeah. Okay. Now, TX Galaxy, they've been with you. I think they're looking after you, and I'm sure you're happy. I think you've got a great leader in Team Sigwazi.
Yes.
Why I say that, I've never met him, and I've never talked to him before. But from a distance, I can see that he's a very good guy. He knows what he wants. So for me, I think we're in the safe hands. And then you have people like Kabazela here, making sure that they are value to the public. And at the same time, I'm happy that when I interview here, he's here also, so that he protects, because it's very important that you are protected. Because when we see a shining star like you, we don't want you to disappear, you know? We want to say, yes, ATL. You know, every day we must talk about ATL, and then you become a symbol, all right? All of us, people, it's like Messi, it's like Ronaldo. Everybody wants to play with them. So we want you to be that attraction going forward. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right, all right. I hope you conduct yourself very well going forward. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be tough. You're going to have a lot of friends, all right? I'm not saying chase them away, but you need to be careful. You're going to have a lot of friends. Others are good, others are bad. And then you need to always follow the guidance of your father and your mom, the guidance of your seniors like Kabazela, like your boss currently at TS Galaxy. And yeah, and I'm sure even your instinct, you'll know when I'm in a wrong company, you know?
Yes.
That this is not a good company. I'm happy that you say you go to church and all that. Those principles are very important for guidance going forward. So this year as TS Galaxy, I see you guys you at the bottom now. At least you are third from the bottom. And then what do you hope? What is the hope? You know?
Just that, in a space of, us being at the bottom to, going up, the guys have stuck together. That's important. And I can see it's going in a great direction. Everyone's working really hard just to, play as a team, wanting to go on that field and, say, I'm gonna play for this badge, for my teammate, gonna go out on the field and die for, my club and the teammate next to me. So I'm just really happy to see all of that. And I'm also happy that, I can help contribute to the club, when I do get to play and stuff. So I'm really happy.
I don't want to be big-headed, Others,
Yes, sir.
they went up and they came down quickly because they became
Yes, sir.
big-headed. Do you still talk to coach like Sean Bartlett and ask about the environment? One day you'll be going to England. You don't know. You'll never know. To ask him how's the situation there. Do you talk to
No,
him?
not really speak to him now these days, but also haven't had the chance, So when I do, I'll get the chance to get a message out to him and ask him how he's doing and stuff.
And Stephen Pinar is not far from where you are, isn't it?
He's
Have you met him?
No, I have not met him personally.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sure you'll take the opportunity to ask him. Because Steve has done very well.
Yeah.
Has done very well, He has done us very, very, very proud. I'm very proud of Stephen Pinar. And then I hope you'll come back to your community and then to help the youngsters, have something like a foundation to assist the youngsters so that they don't loiter around the street.
Yes, sir.
They say a child is raised by a village. Not only your parents will raise you. Now you've got a lot of parents. You've got Nkizada as your parents. You've got Team as your parents. So I wish you do that. I wish when things have gone well for you, go back to your community, get these youngsters because they get lost due to the fact that they have nothing to do. And then, that's my wish. I don't know whether am I going too far ahead for you or you
No,
have
no, not at all.
not at all.
Like you said, I've got quite a few parents around me. And I'm fortunate enough that I am very close with my mom's sister and my uncle, her husband. So they also, give me advice in terms of that as well. And it's like you're saying, it's always good to give back. And I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bible it says, if you give, you shall receive.
Shall receive,
So
yeah.
yes, so that's always something very important to me.
I'm not surprised I'm not surprised when you don't mention. I'm close to my dad. Children don't mention us. They always mention their moms and whatever.
Oh no,
Kabazela, do you know that?
I'm a daddy's boy.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
No, we are not mentioned. We are not featuring.
Yeah, no, I'm more to my dad. In a sense of if I need to ask him something, I would go to him. But my mother's also.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm also.
But you are close to mom, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I mean,
if you had to choose, I say, hey, this old man.
Yeah.
Kabazela was saying to my children, I say, you know what? Listen to this one, Etienne. If somebody comes in here wielding a gun, sorry, I think I was mute a little bit. They come in and then they say, I'm gonna shoot both of them. You guys are making noise. No. I said, okay, fine. Choose, guys. Which one should I shoot? I said to my children, you guys are going to say, no, kill this bastard. And by then you are pointing me.
So amazing.
Come on, sir. Have you experienced that? They said, I killed this bastard. By that time, they say me. Sorry for my language.
No. Obviously, I have not experienced such such scenario. Yeah. But that is a very, very strange one.
You'll see it when you have children. They come closer to their moms, not you, man. You. And they even call at the end, you even call him this guy.
At times, they even give you a nickname that you don't even know.
I'm sure your father has a nickname, Etienne, isn't
it? I don't have one for him. I actually call him Nani because he looks like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But your sisters, they haven't given you a nickname.
No. Well, they call him Fabulous, because his name is.
Yeah, but mommy is always mommy, mommy.
Yes.
And we've got nicknames, and this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Etienne, you know what? I didn't want to make it a very serious interview. I just wanted to relax. Talk to me, tell me anything that you'd like to tell me. In actual fact, partly, as much as I interview you, I wanted also to give you some information that I think it's important, because we don't want to see players who are very good players and then they just disappear because they could not conduct themselves well in their lives, you see. So that was part of it. And I wanted to relax. That is why we are laughing, because I don't know, when it's an interview, people think it's a serious thing. And I must be serious. No. Relax. Let's talk about anything else. There's anything that you'd like to share that you don't want, you think that we haven't asked, or you haven't told any media, but you know that this is what you do, but people don't know what you are doing.
And I think you've ticked off most of the boxes as to what I do. But I am learning to play some golf on the side, when I have some time. So that's one thing I'm doing now in my free time. And there's nothing really much that's happening now, but it's mainly that just the golf.
Let's go to a Bafana Bafana game against Ghana. I saw you crying, man. Was it heartbreaking?
I don't think everyone understood actually as to why I started, but it was just a thing of I had a dream and I wrote it down from the beginning of this year, and I just kept telling myself that I would like to go to Qatar. And I remember even telling my mother's close friend who stays in Qatar, I'm planning on coming to Qatar. We're coming with the national team. And ever since I said that, every time I went onto the field to represent the country, I just, decided, from that day, from the first game, I would like to, continue and pursue this dream out. And, when things happened in Ghana, it hit me because now I realized that, okay, I could have seen the likes of Messi, Neymar, all these top players, and being 21, and would have been a huge achievement for myself. So it just, me, and I feel like I needed to come out the emotion.
But maybe this can console you. Messi missed the continental tournament how many times?
Yes,
and he kept on saying, I'll keep on trying. Even the World Cup, I'll keep on trying. So maybe it will happen next time. But tell me, how was the mood in Ghana? How did they treat you guys when you were there?
It was okay, we got to, the country, everything. Everyone treated us like, how they would treat any other, human being there. We're coming to play a game. Everyone was so excited, for the game. And everyone just kept saying, who's going to win? What's the score? Like, and we told them, we're here to do a job. We're going to come, and hopefully win. But yeah, it was just, for me, an amazing atmosphere to be in.
How was the food? Sorry, maybe you wanted to finish.
Oh, no, the food. I'm a very picky eater. So, I mean, when I went to Ethiopia, I don't remember even touching the food. But when you got to Ghana, the food was nice. They have some nice chicken there. The fish isn't. And I remember for breakfast they made, I think it was an omelette, but that omelette was nice. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As long as there was something nice that you enjoyed. Then the sleeping part of it, where you guys were sleeping well, the bed were nice.
Yeah, no, sleeping was all good. It was just, they were 2 hours behind South Africa, so that was like a whole adjustment. But my body adjusted quickly. Yeah, sleep good. Everything was fine. Wasn't too bad.
They say for you to move from where you were to the ground, you travel something like 6 hours. Is it 6 hours or 9 hours?
So it was 6 9, and then we had to travel to where we stayed around about 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
That's it. In a bus. In a bus.
In a bus.
Luxury bus or what?
No, normal bus, like a school bus.
Oh, gee.
And
then
like 4 hours.
The seats were not like soft,
It was okay, you could adjust the seat, but it wasn't like, too hard, too soft.
Okay. Now the heat, how was the heat? Was it hot?
For me, luckily enough, I got to experience such heat when I went to Dubai. To playing in that country. But it was weird, to find that 7 at night, it's really hot. You're sweating like you've been in a swimming pool.
So now, here you are. Did they tell you what was the reason why they let you drive 6 hours or 4 hours or 3 hours, whatever you call it? Because when they're here, I think, you're not giving reasons.
No, I mean, they could have said one reason, they could have said the traffic, but other than that, no, they didn't say anything else.
That's it. How was the traffic there?
Oh, it was, bumper to bumper. Yeah.
That's that. Okay. Yeah. No. All right. But did you enjoy the city? Nice city or what?
Yes, I did. It's always, like I said, amazing for me to travel. So for me, it was my first time in Ghana. So I really enjoyed it.
How were they? Were they welcoming? Were they? nice people towards you, or
Yes.
they were hostile?
Yeah, no, they
nice.
were really nice to us. I mean, they knew we were there to play against, their national team. Don't think I even recall anyone saying bad things to us. I mean,
Any
it's been
mind games? Any mind games before
I think the mind games would have been the bus situation driving from the airport to. I think that's the only, and yeah,
and the distance itself.
yes.
So probably that was the mind game. But after that, they were nice. Then
Yeah,
after the game, how were the players?
I mean, they were just so happy that they won. So for them, it's like they beat us. They're going through to the playoffs. And I can remember that whole stadium was just making noise, and so they were just really happy, that they got to get a win against us.
Andre Ayew, where you playing against, his father used to be one of the best players in Africa, Abedi Pele, who played during those times. Okay, now we haven't heard whether FIFA has come to a conclusion. Maybe you guys, we can still go to Qatar. We don't know. Maybe there will be a replay. Now let's go to Bafana Bafana setup. I'm sure since you guys, you didn't have big stars, your Mshishi, Mshishi, isn't it? All these other players. Were you guys afraid that, hey, we don't have big guns with us? Or you are just confident that we're going to do it, man? They've selected us. So why should we worry?
I mean, for me, I just feel like the guys that were there just wanted to prove something, So you got majority of the players who are in their 20s, So we just wanted to go out there and prove ourselves and show why we were in that team. And I think when that happened, the confidence came out. I mean, we had a coach that would, bring that out of you before the game. At training, he would speak to you in a way as to say, you're here for a reason. I picked you for a reason with my tactical, So go out there, play with confidence, show why you're here. So I think that's what also took us that far.
Hey, he caught us by surprise, I must be honest. I was one of those people I was saying, this guy, why is he not bringing experienced players? Yes, of course. Look, I agree. Build a new squad all the time. You go to Germany, after each and every 8 years, they bring new players.
Yes.
There'll be few old players. I watched Brazil, new squad. It's only few, your Neymar, but the majority are new players. The same thing with France, the same thing with Argentina. Okay, so that's positive, but we wanted some experience, but he has proved us wrong, which is good, if you something prove us wrong. And you know what, when you won, remember you beat Ghana before, remember?
Yeah.
And we were not sure, and then you won another game, and then now he started taking you seriously. Hey, guys, we are not sure. Maybe these guys are going to prove something. And I can tell you, the last game against Ghana, you were way, way, way above them. In fact, you were.
Sorry, teachers. Do you mind if I just put the light on because I see it's getting dark? Just on.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Kabazela?
I'm still here, Mchengo.
All right. Bengithi Solanga Saile, and then Mhlambe I'm sure now, Kabazela, you're worried with, hey, why is he not bringing experienced players? And then all of us were like, hey, but after they won their 3 games in a row, so I say, hey, you guys, maybe we need to take them serious.
Like you've just alluded, I think he astonished a lot of people, obviously, calling young players who are still inexperienced in international football. But that's the only way that you can gain experience by competing against the big guns in Africa. And Ghana, they've played in major tournament for the past few years. And then these guys, they did tremendously well. I think they only conceded 2 goals in the whole qualifiers. They were able to score in each and every game, apart from that game where they played out to a 0-0 stalemate against Zimbabwe in Zimbabwe. So they've done well for themselves in terms of obviously showing that South Africa can get back to where it belongs, because when we were readmitted into international sports, I think we did well for ourselves, winning the AFCON in 96, 97, 98.
98, we went up to the, we were runners up.
And then in the same year, we were able to play the World Cup, and then 2000 we were third. So Bafana Bafana have been there before. So I think with these youngsters, we've got an opportunity to obviously revive the old days of Bafana Bafana.
Etienne, you know what? I still want you to come to my studio one day so that I can have a selfie for myself.
No problem.
Yeah, I wish you good luck. You are a very good person, all right? Keep it that way. I told Kabazela the other day that sometimes people are not aware. You win because of character. Character makes you what you are, all right? But if sometimes you get your character being spoiled by the fact that now you are famous, then it goes on your head, then it's a problem. And I always say, if people can be at that level of Messi and Neymar, and Messi and Ronaldo, the guys who have been famous for so long, but they kept their integrity intact. We have never picked up anything wrong about Messi on social front, except the text, which was not of his own making.
Yes.
I wish you use that as a yardstick going forward.
Well, definitely. Yeah. And like you said, there's a lot of parents, and right now where I'm sitting, I'll take you as one, and I appreciate, during throughout this whole interview, everything that you said, I appreciate it, and take it in.
Etienne, we wish you good luck. We wish you good luck, and then we'll be rooting for you all the time. And I wish you good luck. I tell a lot of people that there was only one Jomosono in this country, and then we haven't seen another Jomosono for another how many years now. So I want to see another Jomosono in you. Now you get it. That's my favorite player of all time.
The cat is out of the bag now.
You get it now. And Lionel Messi, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah. So we share something in common there. And then, they were asking me, Kawazel, now who are you supporting now today, these days? I said, PSG, follow Messi. Wherever Messi goes, go.
I'm a Ronaldo fan. A big Ronaldo fan.
So now you're Man United now. You have Juventus not long ago.
Ever since I started following European football, I've always been Man United. Obviously, when Ronaldo departed to join Real Madrid, I also had to move over, but my heart was still there at Man United. But the main reason why I love this guy is because of his application. I think if a lot of people can take that into life, the way he fights, I think we can go far as individuals. I love his character and the way he approaches his craft.
Etienne is gonna be like that. Don't worry. Very soon. Watch the space. Watch the space. Etienne, thank you very much. I really appreciate for you agreeing to this interview. You could have said, who are those guys? I don't want to be interviewed by those guys. They are non-entities.
Uh,
But you are great.
no, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have, if I said no,
yeah,
receive the advice you
yeah.
gave me on your. So I really appreciate it. Thank you again.
All right. I'll be coming to your grounds soon. I'll let you know. Maybe next year after the,
Okay.
I'll be coming, then we shoot there, then I'll meet you
Okay.
there. Kabazel, thank you very much. I really appreciate, let's go on and build this relationship going forward. Etienne will be watching you all the time. From now on, I'm gonna watch TS Galaxy. I watch only you now. Only you now. Only you now. All right. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Yes.